Okay. Let's talk character creation. So one thing I had to do in order to get all this set up proper, I had to make another Discord to invite the RPG sessions bot into. So let me get you guys an invite to this new Discord server.
Gotcha. I mean, you've got this world with like all this land and all these islands and all this water, and I think Chad kind of talked about it last time. I kind of want to do a pirate thing, dude.
Wait, what?
Like a
Oh,
pirate thing.
he's actually already got that thing. We're all going to be members of a secret organization. We're all becoming members of the BPRD, essentially.
Okay, what's that?
Yeah, I don't know
Like the
BPRD.
setting is there. BPRD is Hellboy and his
Oh, okay.
organization.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a pretty good analogy, honestly. Uh, you were thinking about my fifth ed world. This is the Weird War setting. That's an alternate history World War II with all the monsters and shit.
Oh shit. Okay, that thing. Yeah, I forgot we talked about that. Yeah. Okay. Uh. Oh yeah. So I was gonna do like a werewolf type thing, wasn't I?
Yeah, that's what you said.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. That
You still
sounds
want to do
fun.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
It's the archetype for like if we're doing one of the ones that you were showing us, like would mine be machine men? Is that
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're up at the very top because I have a bias.
My original concept really fit with what McMinn are unsightly, obvious, and bulky.
Yes.
But you were like, no, don't do that. It
I
would be
was I
so
was just concerned
stupid.
about your accessibility. If you're really sold on it, then fucking let's do it and then just see what happens. Very concerned.
Well, my initial idea was, I think, a good idea and a more pure and real idea. You
Yeah.
know, that guy lost his entire lower half.
Yeah.
He's like seriously disabled.
Yeah.
And so they had to do this it was the only way.
Yeah.
But it was
I
also super experimental, right?
yeah, I like all those aspects of it, you know?
It's an engine powered by my blood, bro.
I want to do it.
Anyway,
I
I
want to
mean,
do it.
well, it was an awesome idea. I
It
don't know
is an
what.
awesome idea. Like that was always my thing. Is like wrapping my head around like how it would handle in certain situations, you know. But you're
Yeah,
right.
I
It's an
know.
awesome idea, and it fits
It's
perfectly
weird
with what would
though.
happen.
I know. I mean, I feel it. I know it's weird and dumb. I don't know.
No, 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 no,
I
no, no, no,
like
no.
it
No.
though.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, let's just try doing it and see what it comes from it. Because
Okay.
adapting and trying to like deal with the struggles is part of like the aspect for this storyline. So,
Well, in any case, my nickname since the accident is Rift.
Rift. Nice.
Yeah, they call me the thing that I lost my lower half to.
Brutal,
Isn't that terrible?
isn't
I've
it?
got a sense of humor about it though. That's why it stuck, you know.
All right.
Can you
Oh,
feel? Can you feel your legs in the 16th century? Are they running around having their own adventure?
wish that were possible, but no, they're just dead. They're just necrotic, rotting legs. At some time and place in the 16th century. Open this up. I am Douglas Rift Pitt, Machine Man, human. I was exposed to the weird part of the Weird War when called upon to disable a landmine. Or perhaps, what do you think, Brent? Uh, I'm thinking instead of disabling the landmine, just fucking victim to a landmine.
I like that.
Yeah, so I was victim to a landmine and lost my entire lower half. But in an experimental $6 million esque scenario, I was saved and grafted onto a pair of mini tank treads.
The idea here is your +1 is going into it reflects your augmentation in some way.
Oh, I see. Damn.
You're
Just
oh,
raise my 1 up to 2.
I would thought it would
Great.
go in like agility.
Yeah, dude. Agility. I could like climb walls almost. Like
Yeah,
I could fucking go up a pretty sheer surface, you know? Not
yeah,
totally sheer, obviously, but
yeah. As long as there's an angle, you got treads.
so you think agility though?
I think agility makes sense for leg components.
Okay. I'm gonna do it.
All right,
I'm calling my archetype the Frogman,
all right.
Oh,
because
cool.
that's what early Navy SEALs were called. I am planning on playing what is essentially the creature from the Black Lagoon. So I am a amphibious combat specialist with scaly skin, claws and teeth, and ability to maybe either breathe underwater or hold my breath for a really long ass time.
What is intellect versus cunning? What do those two do?
Think of cunning as street smarts and quick thinking. Intellect is book smarts and general research knowledge. It
Okay, I will put intellect at 1 and put brawn at 3.
If I were a character that is there for like I want to be like the machine guy, you know? I want to like repair shit and operate shit and
sure.
fix shit, improvise mechanical shit, you
Then
know,
you're gonna probably want
like
to
an
put some points into
engineer
intellect.
or something. Well, that's what I was gonna ask. If it's just basically straight intellect for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, and I get yeah, okay. All right. Can our vehicles that we use that we like requisition can is it possible for me to adapt them to be like handicap friendly so I could like drive? I
As
want to be
long as
like the driver.
it's from your carpool, then I'm sure that's gonna be something that they can do. If you're picking up a car in the wild or from enemy lines, that might be a hard ask.
I want to like slide off out of my rig and jump into the cab driving with my half a body.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
You've got weird little stilted legs that pop out.
Maybe that's a good idea
Yeah.
actually because I need something. Like I'm gonna run with that probably, Chad. I might
Yeah.
use that.
Yeah,
Because I was
you have
yeah.
like bare bones, almost skeleton looking, like wiry legs, and like from inside your treads that will pop out if you leave your treads.
Yeah. That cuz that way like I'm not permanently attached to the base,
Yeah,
you know?
I like the idea
Yeah.
that those legs are collapsible too, so that if you need to attach to something else, you can.
Yes. Yeah.
It feels like the character concept I'm building seems more like it would be more inclined towards survival and actual stealth, or even swimming. He'd just be able to get into uh, crappy terrain and navigate it. So,
So a form of infiltration specialist.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, for me the fighter pilot, I felt like the career skills fit pretty well with what I want.
All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with fighter pilot.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna go soldier. That's kind of what we're going with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at soldier and then I saw fighter pilot and I was like, excellent, because I wanted that mechanics as part of it. You know, I start with a rank of that as a machine man, and I wanted, you know, another rank of it.
Oh,
What is the difference between ranged and gunnery?
gunnery is for large guns that may require several people to operate.
Okay, can I keep the brawl instead of that because it tells me I should switch brawl for gunnery, but I think a werewolf should be able to throw down.
I agree. So
Also, I'm seeing this guy as more of, like I don't know, it's kind of an anachronistic word, but like mounted light infantry dragoon type character. Like
why don't you tell me
hit
about
hard and fast. Um, how alternate is it? Is it the same? Like starting conditions.
More or less, there are some slight differences in provocation. We're going to be starting play in like 1939, right after the invasion of Poland, pretty much. There's been some pre-war shenanigans that have been going on since 1937. That
What countries are involved at the moment?
UK, well, the Allied command outside the United States, technically. Right now, the United States is just in the Lend-Lease program phase. So
Yeah.
that's what you guys are doing, helping Allied command in 1939. You're part of the Lend-Lease program. Germany, obviously, is involved. Japan's involved. Italy's involved. Spain's involved.
Has France fallen yet?
France has not fallen yet.
Okay. Has England initiated a draft? Conscription, I mean.
I would say yes. I don't know
Okay.
when they started before, but I imagine, given the height of what they see coming, yes.
In which case, I will be playing Augustus Vintner, a poor factory worker from from the center of London, who was drafted once the war began, and more out of boredom than anything else, and hoping that it would, like get him out of, like the drudgery of, like just daily military life, which is usually pretty boring, like mess hall cleanup, like counting shit in the armory. He signed up for an experimental program, got injected with some fucking shit. Now he's a fucking werewolf. Does that sound acceptable?
Yeah. You should know that the attrition rate for werewolves is pretty high. The kind of shit that you experienced when you were going through the program was not kind, to put it lightly. There's several people who just straight up didn't make it because they went feral and they couldn't like adhere to the program, so they were executed.
Gotcha.
You are one of the lucky few who made it through with their psyche and mind intact, or at least as intact as it could be, because there are certain stipulations you still have to follow through. Like, you know that you were on a very tight monthly schedule.
That's what makes him such a good infiltrator, though. He's a little bit broken in the mind, so like he's not really thinking too much about his own survival when he's fucking going through that breach in the wall. But yeah, that's what I got on the like 30 minutes I've been thinking while you were going over Bobby. So that's what I'm going to build from.
All right. And so next week, you guys will have your first mission. You are being assigned to clear out a hard water you're being assigned to clear out a hard water plant in Trelleborg, Sweden.
Nice.
Is currently under occupation by Nazis, and by Swedish neutrality law, they cannot interfere, but Nazis should not be interfering either, so they have enlisted the secret aid of the Allied forces to clear out the threat on their soil.
I'm excited. This sounds like fun.
Good.
I'll even show up sober next time.
Do what you want.